lawnmower?
I don't know. Well, I do, yeah. But, you know, I don't. My husband has a lawnmower. Why?
I said, do you hear the lawnmower?
Oh. I was like, why do you want to know if I got a lawnmower? Do you hear one
I did.
running? I don't hear yours. I thought maybe you'd heard one running around here.
Well, it's not mine. If it was mine, I'd be on it.
I'm just saying.
Does it drive itself around the yard?
I know that. What I'm saying is, I thought you heard one here, so I thought that's why you were asking.
Hmm. Hey, you guys, how you doing? I gotta publish this video real quick.
Forget to turn your chat to live chat. Like and share the live.
I think people can hear the lawnmower.
I can't hear it.
Well, Amanda did.
Maybe she hears the one here.
Hey, everybody on TikTok, welcome to the live, huh?
I heard it now. Yeah.
Of course.
Not bad then. It's not bad then.
Foxtrot Delta Tango. Give it just a minute here and let some people come in.
They said they can barely hear me. Let me fix my headpiece. Okay, is that better, people?
Your headpiece?
Yeah, my earpiece. Whatever it is.
The Dow Jones is down 400 points today, of course.
Of course. I just seen that too.
Oil was up pretty significantly today, over $2 a barrel. Someone else wrote Foxtrot Delta Tango. I was just reading.
Mercer said she can hear my mouthpiece now.
Great. What does that mean? What does that mean? Monday, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, right here, normal time, normal place on YouTube, will be Tennessee Brando. Monday.
Hi, Will.
We are going to talk to Tennessee Brando and get his story. I've known Brando for a long time, so.
That's on Monday.
That's on Monday. Hey, Will. So what's going on today?
Not too much. So I was trying to figure out what was going on today in the news, but I kept getting text after text from people, so.
Yeah.
That's what I was dealing with all day. And phone calls, wrong number of phone calls.
Yeah. How about a Republican senator coming out and saying they are afraid of Donald Trump and they are afraid to speak?
All right, which one did that?
Murkowski.
I believe it.
Afraid of Donald Trump and afraid to speak against Donald Trump.
What they don't understand is if they would speak up, all of them, then there's nothing he could do.
Yeah, they're weak.
They are.
They're a bunch of pansies.
Yep.
They have found their safe space.
They have. And see, that's why I always say they're projecting, because that is exactly what they're doing.
That is exactly what they're doing. It's like they completely, like they have no grasp of the concept of America.
Exactly.
And how this works, you know. The many are much stronger than the few, right?
Exactly.
And
exactly.
Yeah, and they gave him all this power. They handed it to him.
They did.
Through 50 different actions over the years, but you know, they just slowly kept handing him more power, and they're like, oh shit, we've given him too much power.
They have the power to take it away, though.
And from the beginning, we've told them what will happen if you give this person too much power. This isn't a new thing. We've been telling them this since 2016.
Yes.
And now they're like, oh shit, what did we do? But when we were warning people about this, we were deranged.
Yes.
We were deranged.
Absolutely, yeah. We were crazy, deranged, wrong, liars, you know, you name it. But they didn't listen to us.
No. And they're not going to.
No. Just like Juju said, they could have gotten rid of him after January 6th. Absolutely, they could have.
But then they might not own the libs. Then they might not own the libs.
They can't afford to own the libs anymore. They are renting them now. They're renting the libs because they cannot afford to own them anymore.
Rentalib.com.
Yes.
Yeah, just to hear a U.S. senator say they're afraid, like that's, what the fuck? But they'll just blow it off and act like it's nothing, you know.
They will.
They'll act like it's nothing.
Yep, they will do that. Until the people, they're people, not the libs. They're Trumpers, right? The cult. Until they start, it starts affecting them and they start freaking out. Nothing is going to happen because they're afraid of losing their constituents. They're afraid of not getting voted back in. Well, what they don't realize is if Trump does exactly what you think he's going to do, what they think he's going to do, they won't have a job anyway.
Yeah. What about the Valero refinery in Benicia? I don't know. All the media is reporting that they're going to close, but they didn't say they were going to close. They said they might close or they might just restructure. So we'll see. I mean, they probably will close, but they might restructure. So yesterday, Jill, I actually texted you about this video before I made it. I made a video yesterday about some inaccuracies and some media reporting.
Yes.
And of course, I get up today, and every other video on social media is people repeating the inaccuracies, spreading the lies, and people even using my content to do it. And that is what is so frustrating. Like my own followers will take something I say and then they'll twist it up and turn it into misinformation and then say that I said it.
I would consider blocking those followers.
I'm going to. I got someone I need to go block actually here. Yeah, I got someone I need to block. People wonder why I've blocked thousands of people. This is one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons.
Yeah. Because if they're going to do that all the time, they need to be blocked. They need to be blocked.
Yeah.
If they can't watch the whole video and hear what you're actually saying, then they don't need to be watching it at all.
Find this clown. Here he is. There he is.
You know you're going to block them, then they're going to come into my live.
I give a shit.
Like, no, it's just going to be funny. They're going to come in there and they're going to be like, "Why'd you block me, Mr. Global?" And then you're going to have to block them in there.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go block him on my backup. I can't. Yep, he follows me on my backup too.
Yeah, Bruiser, I wanted to send it to him too and be like, "Fix this," but they'll see it.
What's that?
Midas. They'll see it.
They don't care. They don't care one bit. I've gone through this with them before. They're not going to change anything, trust me. No matter how wrong they are.
Yeah, you have. So Robert says, "Woohoo, it wasn't me," because he's still here.
No, it wasn't you, Robert. Unless you made a video saying something completely false, and then when people in the comment section, my other followers, called you out and said, "This isn't right, you should ask Mr. Global," and then he says, "I literally got this from Mr. Global." Yeah.
It wasn't the guy that I was arguing with, right?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm watching for that guy to come in, because if that guy comes in, he's going to.
Are you talking about the Hoto?
Yes, I am.
Dude's name is literally Hoto. I don't know if any of you Spanish-speaking people know what Hoto is, but oh man, even day traders aren't messing with gold. We might as well be saying I should have bought way back when. Yeah. What's tough is when you call out media outlets, they won't ever interview. They'll never offer you an interview, right? So it's like, what are you supposed to do? Jill, are you back?
I am back. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I was like, "Son of a bitch," as soon as it went out.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. People are like, "Why aren't you on more major media outlets?" Well, when you call out media outlets, they don't call you for interviews, right?
No, they don't.
Right. And at the rate I'm going, wow, I don't know if I'll ever get another interview. Holy cow. You have sunshine for the first time in 6 months? What the hell? You live in Alaska?
I was just going to ask that.
Did the vampires come out and eat your family? Like 30 days a night? What would happen if America joined OPEC? Well, we couldn't join OPEC because our entire oil and gas industry is um, run is it's corporations and not countries. And the United States can't tell U.S. corporations what to do. And if they can't tell U.S. corporations what to do, they can't be a part of OPEC. Because the point of OPEC is OPEC regulates and controls how much all these countries produce, right? And we can't do that. So we couldn't be a part of OPEC if, unless we nationalized our oil production or something. We literally couldn't be a part of OPEC.
Yeah, that would be completely impossible.
Social Security on X. Jeez Louise.
So basically, Social Security on X, they made that announcement, and then I read that it wasn't true. Um, the Social Security Administration come out with that it's not true. But if they do post on there, it'll be for like public, like a newspaper type thing.
Yeah, like announcements.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
When I first seen that, I was like, what? Then I just finally they made the announcement. It took them a few days, but they did make the announcement. What is so funny?
Nothing. So what else is going on? Are we dependent on Russian oil? No, we don't get any Russian oil. We have no dependence on Russian oil whatsoever.
Bruiser says she's pretty sure that Dollar General is a front for money laundering.
Really?
Didn't see a report on that. She's asking. I did not see a report on
I
that.
don't know what Bruiser saw.
I didn't see anything about that.
Yeah, there was a shooting today in Florida. Do you know anything
Yes,
about that, Jill?
I do. I don't know a lot about it, but I do. It was a school. Um, I think I'm not sure if it was a college though. I think it was a college.
Robert says 6 injured in the Florida shooting.
Yes, I think it was. I don't know where it was or anything. I did hear about it. Um, last minute before we got on here, I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, Florida State. 1 dead.
Um, yeah, Florida State University. I was right. It's a university. I kept calling it a college. I don't know why I said that, but yes,
Same thing, Jill. Same thing.
same thing. Yeah.
Suspect in custody. Oh, must be a white guy. What?
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? You're right.
Yeah. Suspect in custody.
Yeah.
That's unusual. Unless. I shouldn't have said that. I should go look at the suspect. I shouldn't presume.
just your opinion and guessed it. That's all.
Yeah, my opinion don't matter. It's um,
Well, your opinion does matter in all reality.
well, not on this. Uh,
I bet you a lot of people would disagree with you. I'm trying to see if they have it. If since they're in custody, do they have their name out there? I don't see it.
the right is already saying it was a Democrat. Yeah,
Of course it
that
is.
always happens. The right will say it's a Democrat, the left will say it was a Republican.
Yes.
That's just how it works.
I don't give a shit who it is.
It's crazy every time this happens. It's a Democrat, even though Democrats apparently don't have any guns.
I was going to say that. Yeah. Apparently, we've heard them say that how many times? We've heard them say that Democrats don't like guns and they don't own them. But
Roberts,
yet,
go ahead.
no, but yet here we are. They'll blame them.
Robert says it was a Chinese spy.
That's, I mean,
A Chinese spy. Huh? That's unusual.
um, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find the person's name, but it isn't out there yet.
Have the tariffs raised prices in grocery stores yet? I honestly don't know. Have they, Jill? Does anybody know the answer to this question?
Um, I know it raised prices on clothing. That much I do know. Because I bought my husband, well, I bought him some work pants from last year, and I was going to order new ones, and they went from 36 to 52 or something like that. I can't remember exactly the numbers, but yeah, so it's affecting that.
Huh.
Hold on, I'll check.
Garfa
I know the exact
Gugu?
price.
Garfa Gugu says it has for me. Garfa Gugu.
That's a name.
Hi, Heather.
Okay, so they went from 38.36 to 56.50.
What?
Pants. Work
Pants?
pants.
Pants?
Yes. Yes, work pants.
Pants.
Yes. Yes, this is Pennsylvania. It's pants. Okay, so
Britches?
whatever you want to call them.
Okay. Pants are up $15 for painter's pants. Is
Well,
that the pants you're looking at?
I buy construction type pants because
Got you.
he doesn't just do painting. He, does other things as well. So they're like painter pants. They have to have all the stuff that he would need to put his painter stuff in, right? Like his 5-in-1 and his rag, all that stuff. They have to have that, but they have to be better built to stand up to more construction. So, but yeah, they went up that much in price. So it's affecting that work clothes. So Stillwork says my repeat grocery order went down $21 last week. Yeah, them sales are awesome because without them you'd be screwed. I just got a bunch of stuff on sale yesterday too. On like you buy when the sales are going, and that's what you do. Otherwise, the prices go up.
Didn't Trump say the tariffs for Mexico didn't apply to the USMCA? Yes, that's what they said. They said USMCA items were not impacted by the tariffs.
Stuff is affected by the tariffs because when I reorder something, because I do a lot of reorders, um, on things like clothing and stuff like that, and household things that you need, and I've noticed, because I know what I paid before, because I'll look at the receipt, right? Because I print my receipts out. Look at the receipt and then look at it now. Prices have gone up, absolutely. And it's expected. I knew it was coming. Did you know it was coming?
What's
You
that?
expected it, right? The
What's that?
tariffs would raise prices. You knew tariffs would raise prices.
Yes. Anything that
Only
is anything that is tariffed will raise prices on that thing for
right,
sure. I
exactly.
just
Only a
didn't.
moron wouldn't.
Yeah, I just didn't know how much tariffs we actually had put on any kind of food, or if that stuff had started yet. Like that's what I didn't know, right? So
Right, right.
I didn't know if the impact was being felt yet overall. But you put a tariff on anything, it's going to be more. That's what a tariff is. It's a tax that you pay, regardless of what people think about who pays it. You pay the tariff.
And I'm
What?
back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah. So when Donald Trump says we're bringing in $2 billion a day, what that means is $2 billion a day are being transferred from taxpayers' pockets to the government. That's what that means.
Yes, that's what that means. Yes,
And
and only an idiot wouldn't know that.
yeah, and so you're not bringing that money in from another country. It's already here. That money's already here. You're just transferring it from the people to the government. You're transferring it from the people to the treasury. That's what's happening. Um, so, you know, there's not an extra $2 billion a day existing in the United States. We're just taking $2 billion that's already here and moving it from one place to the other. And then we're telling the people that are giving the government the $2 billion that it's a good thing, and they're believing it.
Yeah.
The people who don't want to pay any income tax, who can't buy gasoline if it's over $2.50 a gallon, who don't want to pay for anything, think it's great that they are handing the government $2 billion a day.
I was just going to say that the people who don't want to pay taxes, who want their taxes cut out of their paychecks, want to pay taxes.
Right.
Make it make sense. Like,
No, I am fully aware that it's not $2 billion a day, but Donald Trump is saying it's $2 billion a day. If it's $2 billion a day, that's $2 billion a day that's coming from the taxpayers to the government. If it's $1 a day, it's $1 coming from the taxpayers to the government. That's my point. The point is, whatever amount of money it is, it's being taken from the people and handed to the government, because that's what a tariff is.
yes.
And Fox News comes out and says, well, we didn't know who paid the tariff. They literally come out and said that a few days ago. We didn't know who paid the tariff. Seriously?
They knew.
That's what I mean. They even when they admit they are wrong, they lie. They just say, well, we didn't know. We didn't know we were lying. Now, why would Fox News say they didn't know they were lying?
Right. Because
Because
they have been sued already for
exactly,
misinformation.
because they've been
So
sued for knowingly lying.
for knowingly lying and spreading disinformation is what they were sued for.
Yeah.
And they know that. So now they got to go, we didn't know. Their lawyers were like, you better get on there and say you didn't know.
Exactly. Some lawyer made them say that. That's
Yeah.
100% accurate. And today's just one of those days where I just want to like hit somebody in the mouth, honestly.
I'm kind of having one of those days too. Yeah.
It's a Limp Biscuit kind of day.
I feel that. I was trying to sit outside in the sun today to try to get rid of that. It didn't work.
Get rid of your anger.
Yes, to get rid of that feeling of wanting to punch someone in the face.
Eh, go punch someone in the face.
You can't just punch people in the face. That's the problem.
Well, if you pick the right person, you can. You have like a stuffed animal or something. You could like just punch a couple of times, or maybe I don't know, something you can take your aggression out on.
Yeah, give me something. I need something.
Why Steelwork wants to know why I want to punch someone in the face. So Steelwork, the reason I want to punch someone in the face is because uh, I I have oh shit, I lost my thing here. Is that my whole thing is fighting misinformation? That's kind of my thing, and it's completely useless, right? It's a fool's errand to think you can fight misinformation when you're battling the whole social media space and all the media companies that lie every day. And then you have your own followers take your information and digest it and then regurgitate it and spit it out as misinformation. Like in it's something I have to deal with every day, but some days is worse than others, right? So that's why I want to punch someone in the face today.
Yes. And she said, life is good. Not for everyone. Not for everyone. Quit being about me. And then you said, we have a long weekend. Not for everyone. It's not all about me, me, me. It's about everyone. And it's, okay? So get that shit together. Get that shit together. Yeah. You're a little lost somewhere, thinking it's only about you.
Yeah, no, my life is good. I'm not complaining about my life at all.
Yeah. It's not, that's not why you want to punch somebody in the face, right? But life isn't good for everybody. That's the issue. You got to think about other people too, not just yourself.
We got a bot over here. What the fuck?
Yes. Where's it at?
Can you
I'm
boot the
looking for
bot?
it. Well, a spammer.
Not even a mod on
Somebody
my
got
own.
him. You have to mod. Oh my goodness.
No, I'm not a mod on my own.
I told you to make yourself a mod.
I know. I don't know how to do it if I'm not on a
Oh,
live.
Heather muted him. Heather, he comes back. I don't know how long you muted him. How long did you mute him for? Because if he comes back, you can block him.
Potato. Potato.
Okay, Heather, that's fine. If he comes back, just block him.
Tom Powell Jr., half of his content is taking mis or disinformation TikToks and tweets and debunking them. Okay. Tom is not a bastion of truth, okay? I'll just leave it at that. I like Tom. He's not here to fight misinformation, though, so. And I don't know what you mean, Bruiser. Mr. G hates my morbidity. I don't even know what that fucking means. What does that mean? The fuck does that mean, Jill? Morbidity? Is that like a what is that? Is that
That's
a
her black soul. He does not hate your black soul, Bruiser. He likes my black soul, so he probably likes yours as well.
I don't think that's what morbidity means.
It's
No.
the stuff she writes. Yeah.
I'm Googling morbidity. The condition of, yeah, that's what I thought it was. The condition of suffering from a disease or a medical condition. What the hell is your medical condition?
Being mean. Saying shit online. So she asked if you're sundowning. I can't.
What? She asked what?
I just read her comments.
Am I sundowning? That would be a morbidity, but I don't know what your morbidity is. I don't know what you're talking about. Your morbidity. It's like, is this a fat joke? I have no idea what she's talking about.
No, look at her comment. See, I got it. I told you what she meant because I knew what she meant.
But I don't know what her morbidity is or why I would hate it. That's the part I'm not getting. What is specifically your morbidity? What is your disease? What is your affliction?
Look, she put it. She put it there. I was right. That's what I was saying.
I'm supposed to be on live chat. There, let me change that.
What? Yeah, you're supposed to be on live chat.
I'm not.
Because you're not going to see all the comments if you don't put it on live chat.
I see all the same comments no matter what chat I'm on. I just put it on live chat because you tell me to.
No, you don't. That's why you kept missing that other comment.
You don't know what I see? You don't know what I see?
Yes, because you said you couldn't see it. You kept saying, I don't see that comment. I don't see that comment. That's because you was not on live chat.
Just because I don't see it don't mean it's not there. Let's establish that first.
So
it could be right in front of me and I wouldn't see it.
At that time, Juju even said, like, I had to put it on live chat to see his comment. So, yeah, it's if you don't have it on live chat, you won't see them all.
What am I suffering from? Apparently, sundowners is my morbidity, according to Bruiser.
She was just fucking if you are.
2:42 in the afternoon. It's not even time for my sundowners to start. That starts about halfway through Judge Judy.
Stephen, get used to it because we argue about everything.
We do. We argue a lot. It's how we communicate effectively.
We do it in my life too.
And we enjoy it. So,
Yes,
well, I do it. I don't know if she does, but I get a kick out of it. So,
yes, yes, we both do.
Trump said has dropped to $1.28 today.
Trump said gas.
Trump said
That's what it's supposed to be. That's what they're
has.
supposed to be
Oh,
saying.
has means gas.
Yeah.
Trump said gas dropped to $1.28. Sorry about that, Mike. Did he say that? Where the
I
fuck
don't
is
know.
where the fuck is gas $1.28? That's not a thing. Maybe in Iraq. Wow. Wow. The wholesale price of gas today was 210 when I looked. Um,
Okay, so all I see is that Trump claims the cost of gas and groceries has gone down,
yeah.
even though they have not. He didn't give a price. I don't see a price.
He said eggs dropped 92%. What? No way. Fuck's sake.
Okay, so it says Trump has still said that the price of eggs are down 79% since he has taken office and that they're all over the place.
I don't know how much eggs have dropped. I know it's not 92%.
It's not
That's fucking
it's
ridiculous.
not even 79%.
They'd be like less than $1.
I I don't know. But if you search about gas dropping, the Trump said gas is dropping, you get a lot of fake news.
Oh my
He
god.
said, but in the Washington Post in 2024, October 2024, Trump says gas should be $1.87 a gallon. That's where that's coming from.
Do you know why he said that? Do you know where he got that number?
Where?
That is the lowest national average that gas prices touched under COVID was
Yes.
$1.87 a gallon.
Yes. Yes, that's true.
My natural gas supplier wants me to lock in my price now. Should I sign the contract or wait? That depends on the price and when, or if you get another opportunity to lock it in. Uh, about 98% of the time, if you get an opportunity to lock in your gas price for the next year and that occurs in spring, it's a good idea to do it because natural gas prices are going to go up in the winter. But without knowing what price you would be locking in at, I can't tell you that it's a good deal, right? But I can tell you if you can lock in your natural gas prices during spring, it's the best time of year to do it for sure, especially this year because gas prices are going to go through the roof this winter. Natural gas prices are going to go through the roof this winter. So um, that's about what I can tell you with the information I have.
So everybody's saying they can't tag me or whatever. Bruiser said she can't tag me. Bruiser, I'm seeing the tag like it's orange. I seen Mary's, I seen yours, and then I see where it turned orange is Jill signed into YouTube. I don't know what it's doing, but I am seeing the tag.
No, dysfunctionally, it is not me that's messaging you. That's a scammer. You need to block them.
Yes. They scam people. You can either block them or you can mess with them. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you could mess with them. You could say, "Hey, big guy, what's up?
Like I do.
You got any sandwiches?"
They get angry at me and do you got any sandwiches? They get angry with me because I message them back and tell them that they're, fake and stuff. And then they get mad and they say, how can I prove it? And then I say, join my live. And they won't. Or start a live right now.
Thank you all for the gifts. Where were we? What were we talking about?
Before your fake account?
They even message me. Yeah. Fake Mr.
Yeah.
Globals message me.
So one day I was on a fake one and I was writing on the videos, this is a fake account, and tagging him in the video. And as I wrote it, they were deleting it. And this went on for about a half an hour or so, that I just kept rewriting and doing it over and over and over again. And they just kept deleting it. Finally, they gave up and my comments are still there.
Robert says, I always ask what gift you bought your son. I saw that video you did. Shit. I have no idea what you're talking about. Jill? Jill?
I am back, but I keep getting dropped over and over. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I keep getting dropped over and over. I don't know what was going on there. This is starting to get ridiculous.
Ah, yeah, the keyboard. Okay. She probably is mad at me. I could be misremembering. Is that a word? Misremembering? You just say forgetting? You could be forgetting?
Well, she's not really forgetting. She's just thinking she's not remembering correctly, so misremembering. She made it a word, whether it is or not.
Microsoft warns millions of users, do not update your PC. Oh, great.
I don't have no content yet, David. Maybe someday.
One of the Midas Touch lawyers is Luigi's lawyer. Well, as long as they don't talk about oil and gas in court, they'll probably be fine. Maybe I should reach out to the Midas Touch, Jill.
Yeah.
I just say, look, here's the deal. Okay, you don't have a fucking clue about oil and gas. You need to stop talking about it.
Oh my God.
And no, and like, you know, I'll talk about oil and gas as a Midas Touch contributor, but you need to stop because this is not working for me. Every time I've busted Midas Touch on misinformation, it's about oil and gas. Like, they can't get it right. That's why I said in that video, the reason everyone gets it wrong is because they don't ask me.
They always, yeah, that's why they don't ask you, because they, they're like, I do want to say this.
They probably don't know who I am. That's fine. That's what I'm saying. I just need to introduce myself.
Yeah, maybe they'll start listening to you if they learn who you are.
Lori, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that, Lori. My new gas lines are run.
Is it done?
Yes.
They're going to fill in the holes now?
Yes, it's all done. It's all filled in.
Oh, good.
All the holes. Well, it wasn't really holes.
Right.
Like the whole fucking yard was dug up. It was like one giant hole.
Right. Exactly. Now you got to lay grass.
The good part is, in the front yard, they were able to do it without digging up the yard. They brought a boring machine that tunneled under the yard.
Well, why couldn't they do that in the back?
That's exactly what I asked them. It's like, why couldn't you do that back here? Like, what the fuck? But at least from the street view, the yard isn't dug up. People can't see my backyard. It's behind a fence, so.
But still, they could have done that. It saved you a lot of trouble.
Bruiser.
What the?
I can't. I can't with you right now. I just can't.
See?
WTF. WTAF. OMG. God. They did. They did. You're right. They did that. They did all of that.
She's jealous.
If it make you feel better, you could come over here and pay for it.
About somebody else paying for it now.
That'll take care of your jealousy. Come send me a check for that.
She just wants the pipes, not the bill.
You want the pipe? You got to pay for the pipe. That's how it works around here. Could you further discuss the arguments for and against a country imposing retaliatory tariffs in response to Trump's? I guess it depends what country you are. So the thing is, they keep saying, 75 countries or whatever have come forward. That's because the vast, vast majority of all of the countries had little to no tariffs on us to begin with. So if a country has a 1% tariff on us, and Donald Trump lies about it and says it's 90%, and then he sticks a 10% tariff on them, it's not a big deal for them to just get rid of the 1%. But it's also not some huge thing. It's typically some tariff they have placed on specific items to protect that item in their country, if that's like their main thing, like Japan and the rice. Japan produces millions of tons of rice a year, and they have a 700% tariff on rice from the United States if we flood their market with our rice, right? So we've never once paid the tariff. It's a protection. It's a protectionary. Is that a term? I don't think protectionary is a term, is it? But anyway, it's designed to protect their core industry, right? The United States couldn't produce enough rice to actually ever get charged that tariff, right? But it's a way for that country to protect one of their main sources of revenue. And that's what's lost on a lot of these tariffs. You know, they talk about the milk tariff that Canada, we could never send enough milk to Canada for that tariff to be implemented. It's not a thing. They're doing that to protect their farmers, right? And but with China, China ain't fucking around. You know, China's like, fuck you. So
Yeah, China is.
yeah, and I don't blame them.
Me neither.
And China knows that they can hurt us because our number one export is what? It is oil and gas. That's our number one export, and they can get that anywhere. They don't have to get that from us. They can get it from anywhere, right? This whole thing is bullshit, basically. It's a cluster.
Yes. It is bullshit.
I mean, in the same sentence, we're the richest country in the world and everyone is screwing us over. Well, how did we become the richest country in the world if everyone's screwing us over?
Right. They can't. They like contradict themselves continuously.
Yeah.
They do it all the time.
How did we have the number one economy in the world when the whole world is against us?
Right.
Because I'm telling you, if the world was against us, we would not be the number one economy. Not even close. How are we the richest when we have this much debt? That's a great question. I have no idea.
Yeah. Maybe we were ripping off other countries, right? Could think of it that way then. Mega logic, exactly.
China made a fortune off of MAGA stuff, the hats and the flags, and
Yes, China made a fortune off of that, and now their hats. I'm going to tell you right now, them work pants went up. Them hats are going up.
they'll
Those
still
flags are going up.
they'll still buy them.
Oh yeah, but they're going up. They cannot tell me they were cheaper because they'd be lying. But they'll probably do that anyway. They'll probably lie anyway.
Yeah. They'll go get a payday loan to buy a MAGA hat.
They'll take a loan out on their home to buy all their shit. Because they got to donate to him too, you know.
Yeah.
Buy that watch, those shoes, that Bible, all made in China.
Ah, 100%. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I saw a video the other day, and it was from 2020, the 2020 election, and it was a factory in China cranking out Trump stuff, like flags and stuff.
I'm pretty sure that's probably a true video.
2,000 flags a day. That one factory was making 2,000 Trump flags a day.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it. They have to have one for their truck, one for their house, one for their
Grandma.
garage, one for grandma. Right. And grandma has no idea what's going on, and they're hanging that flag on her house.
Yeah.
You have to have one for the front of the house, one for the back of the house. Buy one for Christmas for everyone in the family. I mean, yeah.
Meemaw needs a flag.
Right. And she's going, what does that say? Who's Trump? I don't know Trump. And they're like, don't worry about it. Grandma, we're hanging it up on your house. Everybody will like it.
How long before there's a shitload of rigs stacked out between Midland and Odessa? I don't know. It depends when we get so oil prices are recovering, but I don't think oil companies are going to jump to drill really fast. We're still losing rigs. I think we're going to see some more loss in rig count, but I don't think it's going to be drastic. And I think they're going to wait and see until the true economic numbers come out, like first quarter GDP. Things like that, because right now we're all just waiting to kind of see the effects, the actual physical market effects of these tariffs, and we really don't know what's going to happen, right? So I think once they have some real economic data other than just the stock market and prices, they'll make decisions from there, but we're not going to have that. The first estimate of first quarter GDP will come out at the end of this month. Some decisions may be made on that, because that first estimate's not 100% accurate, but it's usually close enough where you can tell if it's good or bad, right? I think they'll kind of wait for that. So. Any chats about Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez? Who the fuck is Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez? I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is, Jill?
Is she talking about
Juan Carlos Lopez Gomez.
Is there something new we don't know about?
I don't know. I don't know who that is. If the Atlanta Fed negative 3.8% GDP is correct, how bad would it be? That's as bad as it can get, basically. Like that's that's like COVID bad. That's the kind of contractions we saw in the economy during COVID. That's how bad it would be. It would be bad, 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 really bad. Bad stuff. Stay away.
Oh, so U.S.-born man held for ICE under Florida's new anti-immigration law. So he's sitting in jail. It's a 20-year-old U.S. citizen who was being held in the county jail Thursday, charged with illegal entering Florida as an unauthorized alien, even as a supporter waived his U.S. birth certificate in court. Okay, that's the first I've heard of that.
Hadn't heard of that one. Wow.
He had a traffic stop on his way to his job in Tallahassee. That's when it happened. Wow. Okay, that I did not know about that. No, he's not in El Salvador prison. That's not the El Salvador prison guy. This one here is in a Florida prison, a county jail. He's in a county jail. Because he wasn't, ICE didn't get him. He got pulled over, and that's how they got him. And he is being held for ICE, but he's a U.S. citizen. This one's a U.S. citizen. He has his birth certificate. So I don't know. I'll read more on it another time. I don't know everything about it. That's just what I know now.
If he has a birth certificate, why is he being held?
I don't know. That's what I'm going to learn more about it later. Heather, I will send you the article. Because I'll find more on it later and I'll send it to you.
That figures.
But I'll know more later. I don't know everything right now. That's just what I read. Yes, Canada is selling oil to China. Yes, we do the back and forth all the time, even out of this live.
We do?
Yeah. Lori said, you two crack me up with just the back and forth. We do it all the time.
Let me see here.
I know, Ginger. He's like, we do. Because he isn't listening. He's doing something and he isn't listening. That's why he did that. That's why he said, we do. He didn't even hear what was said.
That is
Bruiser,
awesome.
my lives are on TikTok. They're on TikTok.
She's right. I didn't hear what he said.
See? I told you. Told you.
I'm looking at stuff. Are you talking about us arguing or something?
Just start going back and forth.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're looking for. Maybe I could help.
I got it.
Okay.
I already know the answer. I just want to. Yeah.
Okay, Bruiser.
Yeah.
What do you know the answer to?
Debunking something Trump said. Just want to make sure.
Well, that should be easy.
It was.
What's taking you so long?
Well, I have to look at the actual data.
Right. I know.
Not that I don't know he's wrong, but I want to see how wrong he is.
Right.
Donald Trump claimed that gas has gone under $2 a gallon in multiple states. And the
So
lowest,
you actually claimed that?
yes, the lowest state average appears to be 270. Yeah, Tennessee, 270.
So Bruiser, so I don't go till really late. So if you do happen to come to my live, like there's no specific time. It could be, 11 Central. Well, you're my time, so 12. And it could be 11, 12, 1. It could be anywhere in there. And if you do come to my live, let me know it's you. Or actually, I might look for you on here on TikTok so I can follow you back if I'm not.
What is she talking about?
She wants to know when my lives are.
I follow her on TikTok.
I gotta make sure I do too.
Yeah, you just look up Bruiser.
Yes, drop in, definitely.
I've already seen it get much better because if you were truthful, which you're not, I know you very well, you have gasoline that hit $1.98 yesterday in a couple of states.
Ooh, let me
You have
copy
gas
that.
that's way down, the price of
Save
oil
that
is-
video. Okay. Yeah, he was blasting probably that one reporter from CNN that he likes to blast
Right.
because she's a girl, and I think that's the only reason he picks on her. He called her a liar and said gas was $1.98 in multiple states.
Of course he did.
What a douche.
Substantially. The price of groceries are substantially down. The price of eggs, when I came in, they hit me with eggs. I just got there. I was here for 1 week and they started screaming, eggs have gone through the roof. I said,
What a fucking idiot.
across the masses.
God, he is so dumb.
He is dumb.
How do you get that
So,
dumb?
I don't know.
It is now $60.
So Bruiser,
fucking
I followed
dumb.
you on my main. That's the one I go live on, and you weren't following me, so you probably followed my backup. On my main. That's the one. What are you doing? That's echoing.
Get off me. I'm working over here.
So I followed you, Bruiser, from my main. That's how you'll find the lives.
Any ideas how the country will divide geographically when the war starts? Are you familiar with the Mason-Dixon line? Good place to start. Probably the exact same place they divided, in 1860. But the line will have to go north and west up to hit the Dakotas and those states that have been added. We'll see. The Manson-Nixon line? Yes. Trump is the top three. He's all three of the top three, right? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
I just got back from Publix and my food bill was $30 more than it was with Biden. Same food. I don't really buy food.
Well, I've noticed that food has gone up for sure because, like, what I do is I budget what we spend weekly, right? And my husband's going to the store a lot, and he is spending way over the budget. Like, way over the budget. And you're like, what do you mean we're out of money this week?
You gotta tell them.
There isn't nothing he can do. He is only buying what I tell him to buy, which is what we normally do.
Ah, I got you. Yeah, my wife buys the groceries. I don't know what she spends. Probably don't want to know. It's probably a lot of money.
So I like to go to the Sam's Club and shop for the month, right? We do the monthly shopping there. And then, you know, through the week you need certain things, and there's certain things we need. So I budget that, and it's just, yeah, everything went up. Everything.
You're going to be pissed when you go pick up your cockroach biscuit for breakfast? What the fuck are you talking about?
Remember when you said about the biscuit, you wanted the biscuit, you don't want the receipt, you don't care if it has cockroach in it, you ain't taking it back?
Well, there's never been a cockroach in it, so.
No, but that's what you said. You don't need the receipt because you ain't taking it back.
Yeah, it's like $2. I'm not going back to the store for $2.
Right, so that's what they're talking about. Why do I gotta remind you of that? That was quite funny when you said it.
How am I
talking about?
How am I supposed to remember everything I say? Do you not realize how much shit I say?
Yes, I do. And I don't expect you to remember everything you said, but when I remind you of it, you should be like, oh, yes.
I spend my entire day talking to people, so I cannot remember a tenth of what I say.
And Juju, I agree with you. That's why I played that little thing that I played about the sell prices. Because I believed it was bullshit too.
Are y'all talking about steelwork?
Yeah, we are. I have no problem saying that we were. Yes.
Why would you have a problem saying you were?
No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Thank you, Nick. What happened to your stalker? Do they just don't come anymore?
You told them they were, so they quit coming. No. I have no idea.
I haven't seen the stalker lately.
You called them a stalker.
They are a stalker. What do you want? Like, what do you want me to say? The person that's not a stalker?
I think they changed their name.
Probably did.
I think they did.
It's probably Nick.
No, it's not. It has the name in it, but it also has new name, like extra added to it in the front.
Yeah. Why did you call me a stalker? No, he said, why am I a stalker? I said, I don't know why you're a stalker. You just are. Talk to your fucking therapist. Jeez.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I haven't seen the stalker lately.
Someone said they keep losing their audio every time they join. If it's on the FYP and you're hearing it, but when you join, you're not. Clear your cache. Clear your cache and force stop the app. And then come back.
Oh my God. Yeah, clear your cache. Good luck with that, buddy.
Well, it works. You know it does. That's why I say it. And also there is an app update. for anybody who doesn't know that.
Hi, Inquisitor from Virginia. Hi, Isaac.
I think my neighbor's burning.
Mr. Global needs a stalker. I have about a dozen already. Thank you very much. I don't need any
He
more.
does. I don't think he needs any more.
Yeah. I'm all good on stalkers. All full up. I'm booked. Cleared the cache, restarted, updated, and all the above. Worked in tech 37 years. Well, all right then.
Who said that?
Teach adaptive tech.
Oh, that's the one who was having a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know then. Did you do the update? Oh, you said you updated.
Hey, did it
There
all.
was like,
They did it all.
yeah. It's TikTok then. They're garbage.
Garbage. Hawk made a video saying he's done with TikTok. Or he thinks he's done with TikTok.
Who? Hawk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Robert said, did you change your socks? Did you try changing your socks? That might work.
It's not going to work. They're not wearing socks. Worked in tech for 37 years. They're not wearing socks, Jill. Yeah. See? No socks. See? No socks.
No socks. Well, I don't know then what to tell you. Underwear. Did you change your underwear?
Oh my God.
I think TikTok is just messing up. It has been doing that to a lot of people.
Juice Lady says, I am worried about Hawk. He is mad as hell. Hawk will be all right. He'll be fine. We just absorb a crazy amount of hate on a daily basis. I think it gets to people sometimes. The hate doesn't bother me so much as the misinformation. That's what really gets to me. But I don't mind being hated. Hell, I actually kind of enjoy that.
I can tell you he's telling the truth. The people hating him, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
The misinformation, yeah.
I think there's a lot of mental illness associated with content creation. Maybe we don't know about it yet, but I think we'll be hearing about it in the future.
You're probably right.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, it has different effects on different people, but he's mad at Pam Bondi. Yeah. Why do you think people cling to falsehoods so much? You know, it's not even honestly. You know, I get angry when people spread misinformation, but it's not. I'm not really angry at them for doing it because they don't. Most of the time, they don't know they're doing it, right? It's that the media apparatus is so large and with big media companies that it's so large that you cannot defeat them because they own the whole platform. They own all the space. They get all the airtime, right? So when some big media outlet comes out and says something, and I come out and say this is false, my, people think I have a lot of followers. I don't. not compared to some media apparatus that has access to 50 million people, right? So you cannot defeat that. It's just a numbers game. It's like a huge army battling a small army. And that's what's frustrating about it, is trying to overcome the media apparatus who has no interest at all in the truth. You know, they're either going to run something that makes Joe Biden look bad, or they're going to run something that makes Donald Trump look bad, or they're going to run something that makes somebody look bad and supports their viewers' side. And some of those things are true, but most of those things are not true, right? Or they're an exaggeration of the truth, or they're hyperbolic and there's a little grain of truth, right? And that's where the most effective misinformation comes from, is when they sprinkle a tiny little grain of truth in there and then put it all out.
Yes.
And unfortunately, and another thing that's frustrating is when I call out someone, some media, for misinformation, people say, yeah, but I like them. What the fuck does that have to do with it? Like, okay, you like them, but it doesn't make it any less wrong what they did, you know.
Yeah.
Hi, Lori. How are you? It's really bad. It really is bad. It's worse than it's ever been. And that's the reason why they put it out in social media space, because that's where it will get picked up and sent to the world quickly.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, it's like injecting steroids into misinformation is basically what it is. Juju says, mental illness because of content creation, or they're creating content because of mental illness? No, because of content creation. Because people that are creators, content creators, influencers, whatever you want to call them, they receive an enormous amount of hate every day. People hate them for what they say, right? They get death threats, they get hate, they get stalkers, and it's just constant barrage every day that they have to deal with. And I think that creates depression, and who wouldn't be impacted by having thousands of people tell you how much they hate you every day, right? So some people don't handle that well. I don't mind that at all myself, because I don't really view them as people, you know? It's just a name on a screen. It doesn't mean anything to me. But it's also why I don't read 99% of the comments in my videos, is to prevent, you know, I miss all of the attaboys, but I also miss all of the hate. I think that helps me. Maybe that's why it doesn't bother me either, because someone told me a long time ago, if you're going to do this, don't read your comments. Make your content. As long as your content's good, you say what you have to say, make it, post it, move on to the next thing. So that's what I do. People that go in and read their comment sections every day are the ones that disappear. You have big content creators all the time, like on TikTok or elsewhere, and then you'll just wake up one day and realize you hadn't seen them in months. They disappear. They get away from it because it's messing with their head.
And I don't blame them, though. If it's messing with your head, then you have to go, right?
Thank you so much, Peter. Would not expect you to maintain followers. So have a coffee. I do have a hard time building followers. I lose a lot of followers every day, but I gain more than I lose. And that's a new function now that I can see on TikTok. They didn't show you before, but you can see it now. It's a new piece of the analytics. I lose a couple of hundred followers a day. A lot of those are probably accounts that no longer exist. A lot of them are people that unfollow me because I piss them off. But I gain more than I lose, right? And also a Also, a lot of those people are people that the app unfollowed.
Yes,
Um,
that happens a lot too.
yeah, we get hundreds of messages a day from people. I have to keep following you. I have to keep following you. The app keeps unfollowing. I don't know what that glitch is, but
Yeah. So that, and a lot of people that you block too, that come into my live and say rude things, then they get blocked
double
because
blocked.
they're rude to me.
Double blocked.
Yeah. He'll block them on mine and he'll go to his and block them. So remember that if you're going to come into my live and get rude with me, don't forget you will get blocked on his account as well, because he will go to your account and block you, not
Yeah.
just on mine. He
Yeah,
does that a lot.
I do. I will block someone for messing with Jill before I'll block them for messing with me.
Yeah, he does it a lot. And I'm like, why'd you block that person? And he's like, what? Did you see what they wrote?
Yeah, I'm like, fuck that person. There's a billion people on TikTok. I'm not worried about that slack-jawed idiot. What do I think of diesel exhaust fluid? Here's what I think about it. I hate diesel exhaust fluid. I literally quit driving diesels because of diesel exhaust fluid. Um, all that being said, yes, there are benefits, but whether those benefits outweigh the negatives, I think that's personal for you. My last two diesels, the DEF systems went out on them completely. I ended up just buying a gas burner. I just bought me an F-150. I said, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this DEF anymore. They're a lot cleaner, but you got to deal with that, right? So, personally, I don't like it, but it does have benefits for the environment if that's your thing. So, DEF engines, yes, DEF engines do burn more fuel. If I could go buy a new 3/4 ton diesel today that didn't have a DEF system, I would buy it. I would go back, because it's really hard once you've driven a diesel for 25 years to go back and drive a gas burner. It's really hard because it's not the same vehicle at all as far as horsepower and everything. Why is my face all over that? What are you doing?
I was so waiting for you to see that.
God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them. 6 Mr. Globals all in a row.
You know that was funny.
Never been a diesel guy. I use big blocks in my trucks or power adders. Well, a lot of oil field guys drive diesel pickups, 3/4 ton diesels. Like a ton of oil field guys drive them, and a lot of people uh, spend a lot of time in their vehicles at work in the oil field, and a lot of their vehicles are idling. I would when I was out in the field, my vehicle would idle all day, every day. It would just idle, keep it running. That way, the AC would be running or the heat would be running, whatever I needed. Um, that's a big part of it. Is driving a 3/4 ton diesel is kind of part of working in the oil field for a lot of people. So,
Is that better?
oh yeah, more of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 24. What was that? 29 or 30 of them? There you go. Is there not other stickers you could stick?
There are other stickers. I was just geared stickers.
Why are you sticking my face up there?
Because it's funny.
Oh, okay. I'm going to change my picture.
Well, you have my face in there. And people put it up there all the time.
Oh, yeah? I don't even know how to use a sticker. I'll push this button. Maybe that's it. Oh, there they are.
Don't you put mine up there.
What do you mean? Why ain't it working?
I don't know. You got to hit it on comments. You got to reply to someone and then hit the star.
I got to reply to someone?
Yeah. You can take, like, I can tell you the long way.
Oh, I have to subscribe.
You are not, you're not a, because you're on your backup.
Yeah.
Because you're on your backup. Yeah, that's not going to work unless you subscribe. My subscription is about to run out, so I was putting a bunch of pictures on there.
All right, Jill, I have content to make.
All right. Fine.
Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us today.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Don't forget Monday, Brando. Monday, Brando.
Yes.
Monday, Brando.
Tennessee Brando. Don't forget.
See you guys tomorrow.